Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taryn. We talk about all things finance related on this channel, the zero-based budget method, cash envelopes, savings challenges, anything that impacts our finances, whether that's good or not so good. So if any of that is of interest to you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, join our community here, and let's get into today's video. All right, you guys, so I wanted to just do a check-in with my wallet really quick because I feel, like I don't think I have anything. I just feel like I haven't been in here in a while. Crazy work week. I believe I still have the same amount for my personal spending. I did trade out a couple tens for a 20. Let's see, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Yeah. And I'm just going to keep it. I haven't touched it, but it just kind of feels good to have it sitting here just in case I need to use it. Dining out. So for the month of August, we completely depleted the 300, and I actually had to use some of my checking account cushion to cover a couple dining out. And I have nothing left. So today we will be replenishing for the month of September because this will be our cash stuffing for September. So this is what I have left in kids. So I'm going to move that over to the essentials binder for right now. And I don't think I have any change, no receipts today. I have 1 penny. 1 penny. Okay, that doesn't want to come out. Here we go. So we do a dime. Forgive me, dime. Yeah. So we do keep our change, and we like to count it at the end of the year to see how much we have saved. So let me go ahead and just hop in here really quick. I might need my wallet. I might need my wallet again, so I'll just keep that to the side. Let's put this in with kids. So we have 25, 26, 27, and I am gonna roll that over. We don't usually have anything left over, but this time I'm just gonna roll it over. No guarantee, that's what I'll always do, and let's do a check-in with my personal spending. So if you notice, there was no savings challenge video for this week because I think August threw me off with how the paychecks landed. Like I had a week where I just had to substitute my normal cash stuffing for an Etsy, like my Etsy shop cash stuffing. So I could have put this towards a saving challenge video, but I decided this was River's first week back to school. We do homeschool, and I just figured let's just take this and we'll combine it with what we have for the first week of September, and we'll do one big video that way. But this is going to go to savings challenges. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 115, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 120. So I will put that to the side for right now. My husband doesn't have anything. Kids, I told you had, hold on, Atlas popped into the room, and we are still taking care of caring for one of our hens, and she's in the office with me, so I just don't want the dogs to be near her without me monitoring. So like I was saying, we had the leftover in kids. I'll roll it out. Nothing in dining out. Date night, we have 50. Nails, surprisingly, we actually had rollover 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm just going to take that and I'm going to throw that to savings challenges, or maybe I'll throw it to makeup. That's what I think I'll do because we don't really cash stuff that. Yeah, I'm going to throw that into makeup. We don't cash stuff makeup often, so we'll go ahead and do that. And then for toiletries, household, and miscellaneous, we're going to just roll those over. Okay, so we are going to do our cash stuffing again, like I said, for the first week of September. What I also want to talk about in this video as we do this is just what I had shared on my stories about how I was able to get my credit score increased into the 800s. So I'll be posting up like little snips as I'm talking about this wherever I feel it's like best placed. But I've had several questions that I've, wanted to make sure I answered to basically explain how we were able to go from like mid 600s to over 820. I think it was 821. And I just want to share our personal experience with you. So I will just kind of do it as I'm cash stuffing. And yeah, so let's at least get mine cash stuffed. I did 3 10s, and then I did 8 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me trade that one for this one. And then I did, I think, 5 1s. Yeah. 5 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's decent. 5. 5 1s. Okay, so I get 75, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, perfect. So we didn't start actually being smart with our money until March of 2020. And we did not budget. Like, there were times where I totally forgot about a bill, like not to the point where things were shut off, like utilities and stuff, but I mean, I would wait until like last minute. We didn't have like a healthy savings, all that stuff, right? So I decided, I don't know what it was, what shifted in my mind. I was, now teleworking from home, finishing my master's program, kids were home. I was following, at the advice of a dear friend of mine, to follow the Budget Mom. And then that was it. I purchased her Budget by Paycheck workbook, and thus my journey of budgeting and finances started. And as you all know, in the beginning of the pandemic, or during that first year, they were giving out stimulus checks, right? Money. And I know that it was intended to stimulate the economy, but we still were supporting our local community. We were still going to our local our mom and pop shops that were open, or, family owned restaurants, and supporting those businesses that really needed it. They weren't getting those huge buyouts like major corporations and companies were. So we were still stimulating the economy. And obviously doing our grocery shopping and stuff like that. But we did have the opportunity. We were, fortunate enough to both still be working. We are both essential workers. So every stimulus check we threw to our $20,000 credit card consumer debt that we had. So every time we received a check, we did not touch it. It went straight to paying off our debt. In addition to that, let me give my let me give my husband his 100. And there were some really janky bills. So this taped one, we'll give him 3, 4, 5. When the girl was giving me the money and she was putting it through that machine that counts it, one got stuck, and when she went to pull it out, it completely ripped. She put it to the side. She didn't give it to me, but I guess I still wound up with a ripped one because one of these has tape on it. Maybe, yeah, this one. I don't know why they don't just retire those bills. I don't know. How does that work? Like, can it be replaced? I don't know. So he'll get 100. And so in addition to using the stimulus, because we were using the new Budget by Paycheck workbook, we started to put as much as we could, all the extra money, to our debt. Mind you, we weren't commuting anymore the way that we were. My husband was, but I was teleworking. So we weren't paying as much on gas. We weren't going out. We weren't taking our impromptu weekend trips that we were. So it definitely meant that more of our money could go towards paying off debt. So that's what we did. We did that aggressively. So let's do kids. I did 3 20s and 4 10s. So 1, 2, 3 20s and 1, 2, 3, 4 10s. So in 10 months, we were able to pay off the full $20,000. So when you do that, when you pay off your credit card debt or significantly reduce your balance, your debt to income ratio now reduces as well. So they tell you to have less than a 30% utilization rate between your debt and your income. Personally, I always keep mine now under 5%. We're at 2% right now. If you need to use a little bit more, as long as it's under 30% is where there's, you'll see progress on your credit score, okay? So that's really important to note is that's what's going to make a healthy credit score is your debt to income ratio percentage. Has to be under 30%. If you could strive for less, strive for less, okay? Dining out, we are going to just go ahead and drop the full 300. I don't know how this is going to fit in the envelope, but let's see. So I did 12 20s. 11, 12. This one's kind of nice, and I'll replace it for this because that's going to get spent. We know dining out is going to get spent, right? So then we're going to do 5 10s and 2 5s. Okay. And then tomorrow, because I'm recording this on Friday, tomorrow is yoga. I don't know where we're going to wind up eating, but Sky and I are going to yoga together. She's been working like every Saturday, and after this Saturday, we'll be working every Saturday through the month of October. So the fact that she was able to go to yoga with me last weekend and this weekend is such a blessing. So I know that we're going to eat out because it is from like the session that we have is also a sound bath, and it's going to go through lunchtime. So I know we're going to be starving at the end of it. So I just want to be prepared with money. Okay. Date night is going to go ahead and get 50, and I just did 2 20s and a 10. So that is what's really important to keep your credit score decent or to build it up. Is obviously you've got to pay down your debt. You got to get your utilization less than 30%, okay? I'll talk more about like how I paid off my debt and what I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for, but like there's debt snowball and the method. That's it, the method. I'll talk about the method more on Instagram on my stories. And if you want to know more about that here, you can let me know in the comments, but we were able to knock it out in 10 months. And obviously it would have been longer had we not had the stimulus money to put towards it. I will tell you how many years I used the very large tax returns that we used to get when we were lower income with having dependents. I have paid off like my Capital One card, like sitting at a 10K balance, I think 3 or 4 times. I have paid down my debt to 0 several times. And then I just racked it back up. So you can't really make progress unless you're really finding out the real reason why you spend the way you do. Like to really think about it, build a purpose and a why that motivates you to stop doing that. I just think I was just so sick and tired of living that way and losing sleep over money that I just said enough is enough. Nails, yes, 125. So I just did 100. I did a 10 and I did 3 5s. 3, okay. Perfect. Well, that's perfect. And so how do I utilize a credit card? Well, first off, you have to turn something on or switch something in your mindset and your thought process to how you're going to use a credit card. You have to like vow or whatever, make a promise to yourself that you will use it responsibly. And when you feel that you're ready for it, I don't think credit cards are a bad thing. I think it just depends on how you use it, okay? So I'll explain how we use our credit cards. Toiletries is going to get 220, so $40. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll get it back up there to 300 eventually, or we'll just keep playing the game of spending and adding to it. So I use my cards for most everyday purchases, sometimes, online purchases, and then I will let the statement generate with a balance due. I want them to create a statement that says I owe $300, let's say, and here's my due date. I do not pay it right when I use the card. I don't go to the store, swipe it, come home and pay it. I let the statement balance generate. Then I will make sure that I pay the entire full statement balance before the due date. On the due date is even fine, to where you have no interest. I don't want to pay more than what the purchase was. That's what interest is. You go and buy something for $10 and you have a 22.99% interest. You're not just paying that much. You're paying more. I don't want that. So let's give household 2 20s and a 10. So now we have 150 in household. Nice. Okay. And I use my cards, and there are some cards, like when I was able to shop at Lane Bryant and Torrid, I still have their cards. I've never let them close, and I didn't touch Lane Bryant card for over 4 years. They sent an email saying they were going to close it by this date. Should I not use it? So I walked in and I purchased the cheapest necklace I could find, a mom and daughter necklace for River and I, and then paid it off with my personal spending money. So that way they don't close that card, because whatever my available balance is, that actually increases or like contributes to my, the available credit that I have, which contributes to your debt to income ratio, like that utilization percentage that we were talking about. So you don't want cards to close. That doesn't mean that you have to use them all the time. But look, it took Lane Bryant almost 4 years to say they were going to close my card. So you don't have to close it. You just need to become disciplined enough, whatever the word is. Discipline may not be your issue, but to not use them, just only to keep them open. So it's going to take a lot of like self-work. That's really where it starts. Miscellaneous is going to get its typical 50, and I just did 2 20s and a 10, and I didn't touch my miscellaneous last month. Like, way to go. So let's see how much we have. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 95. Awesome. Very cool. That makes me happy. Okay, so that's it for the essentials binder. Let's move into pets. Okay, so if you watched my budget with me, you will see that I did the breakdown and figured out how much I was going to cash stuff in each envelope for the pets. And so I have my little cheat sheet over here, so I'll be looking to the right, so forgive me if my voice fades. So for Atlas and Sadie's personal spending money, they're just gonna get $10 each, because we're gonna build this back up. We did some spending for them. If you saw my spending check-in, you'll know. And then for their food, I just did a 20, because we had purchased 2 bags, and I think we'll be good through the month of September at least. And then the cat food, we're gonna start saving up again. We just got a bag, we'll put 10. And if you saw that video, I think it was the budget with me video, you will have heard that I was able to score a free bag of her prescription food from Chewy. Excellent customer service, by the way. Go Chewy, because I was very surprised. So we're gonna add 5. Her next auto delivery isn't until March. So 20, 40, 60, 85, and I need about 107, 110 if we're just rounding up. Perfect. So chickens are gonna go ahead and get 40, because we're gonna need to get a bag of their lay mash soon. So now we have 20, 41, 2, 3, 4. This is Nesta as a baby. It's crazy because her beak now is completely crooked, and it wasn't like that when we got her, and I don't know, you couldn't see it until she got older. I don't know what happened. She eats and drinks just fine, but she looks a little funny, I'm not gonna lie. She's my special girl. So we're gonna do 40 for Jurassic Park. Stocked up on turtle food. We're good on koi food. Just bought Hunter his food, and Harmony just says we don't need anything for Crunk, so we have time. Sleep prevention, we skipped. Vet's appointment, we are going to go ahead and replenish with a $50 bill, and we have $150 in there. So now we have $100. Okay. Treats and toys, we'll go ahead and do a $20. Koi pond, we'll add a $20. This would be just like for maintenance. We'll try to build that up in case we ever needed to add more. Right now we did a whole brand new filter that he built, so I think we're good for a while. Pet license, I did $3 because that's what I had left over from the budget I had set up for it. So now we have 23. Like I had $248. So that's that 3. Adventure gear, we are going to go ahead and put 20. I need to get a like winter type like waterproof jacket for Sadie because Atlas already has one. So I think that's it for pets. Let's go ahead and add this leftover from nails to makeup. Okay. So now we have 10, 15, 21, 22, 23. We are not huge makeup people. It's very like minimal, so I don't really put a lot to this and I often skip it. So that is it for this one. Okay, so what we have left over should be 120 because this is what I'm going to be putting towards savings. Let's see, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 111, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. Yeah, so 120 plus what I have left over, that will go towards savings challenges. So that's it for this week's cash stuffing. I like to knock out the essential categories first, the ones in this binder, just because, I don't know, I just feel like you got to get that squared away for the month. But again, with the credit score, it's just about your utilization. Make sure you're showing that you're using it. You're getting a statement that says you owe money. You're paying it off in full so that you're not paying any interest. It basically shows that you're using your card responsibly. But if you are in credit card debt right now, you have to start by paying off enough to where your utilization is under 30%. Okay, so it is definitely possible. If you did see my stories, and I probably put pictures up throughout the video, you will see that I started in like the mid 600s and now I'm over 820 since 2020. So in 4 years, it's possible, guys. Like it is possible. At one point I would have told you, gosh, I don't know, like I can't get my score to go up. But yes, you can. You really can. And I have faith that every single one of you will be able to do that, should that be like the next thing you want to tackle. But, you know, I hope that in some way my video or my advice or like the circumstances that we encountered are educational, encouraging, motivating, all the stuff. So if you haven't already, give this video a like, say hi in the comments, and stay tuned. We have some other videos coming up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.